Hey, Chris here with Tiny House Building Company. I hope y'all are having a great day. So today I'm in the 13-foot Alpine model. This is a model we have on our website that is for sale. We're speccing this home out. It should be done hopefully within the next 30 days or less. We got a couple other builds in front that are custom builds, and then we'll be jumping back on this one. But we have started the rough in this home. Now this home is actually going to be roughed in for solar. So this is a DC build. And unlike the other video you saw in one of the other builds, you see these black wires. These are low voltage wires. So this is going to be for the DC. And with DC, you're going to have a battery bank and you're going to have solar panels, which will be on the roof. Now, we still, with our tiny homes, we're still always going to have them fully mobile. Now, a lot of people, as I was talking about previous videos, are going to have to decide whether or not they can live with, having solar as their sole power source. If you're going to have solar, you're always going to want to have a backup generator, because there's going to be those cloudy days, those snowy days, the days when things are just not getting charged the way they need to. And the generator's really going to supplement that power. But it's always a fantastic thing when you do have actual, shore power or solid power coming from somewhere that you can plug into the house. But if you're solely off the grid, which is how this is going to be built, you're going to have a water tank, which is for your fresh water. You're going to have a pump system that's going to pump it through the house. You're going to have the battery bank, the solar panels. You're going to have the DC wiring. You're going to have cooking, but it's going to have to be propane. We're going to have to switch that from electric. And then, of course, your heat is going to have to be propane, because there's the heat coming on and off really eats up a lot of battery power. And the other thing that you're probably going to want to have propane is going to be your water heater, because that electric water heater is going to eat up quite a bit of power too. So these are all things that we'll take in consideration when you come talk to us and we're sitting down and going through the list of what you feel like you need to have in order to function in your tiny home. And some people just cannot function with a limited power source, and then some are absolutely fine. So it just depends on the person. But to give you a quick tour of this house, this is going to be a little kitchen area. And over here you're going to have the living room, and then you can have a TV mounted if you decide to mount it above the window here, or you can put it back if you want to mount it up on this side above the living room. Either way works. This is your bathroom, and you're going to come through here and you're going to have the toilet, and you're going to have your shower. This is a 32 by 32 pan, which is a nice big space. As you can see, I'm standing in here now. Great space. Here's the pan that'll end up going in. It's a nice fiberglass shower pan, and that sits directly to the floor. What you're going to have in here is going to be probably a composting style toilet, or you're going to have an Incinellet toilet. But again, if you did it in Incinellet, which is a lot more expensive, which burns the waste up, you're going to end up having to have it as a propane toilet and not as an electric Incinellet. So keep that in mind. And there's not that many available, and they haven't really been tested as much as I'd like to see. And so I'm not a big fan of them. So I would suggest going with a composting style toilet. It could be a Nature's Head, a Separate, or you could even do what they call the dry flush, which pulls on the battery power, but not much. It allows it to flush, which is fill up with air. It's a bagging system, closes the waste and pushes it down. You're ready for the next use. So that's kind of, a couple of choices that need to be made there. I have another video that I posted talking toilets that you might want to check out. If you're interested in thinking about which toilet would fit best for your use, go to that video and check it out. But this is going to be a main level bedroom. So this is really neat. In such a small unit, only 13 feet, you get a main level bedroom down here. And this will fit a full bed. So I'll be able to put a full mattress in here. And then upstairs, you've got a queen mattress that can go up there. That could either be for storage. It's going to have a ladder that'll be placed right here that you'll be able to access things up there or sleep up there. And then you can just tuck the ladder away when not in use. But here's a panel, just kind of show you. Everything's kind of coming in together. You're going to have your panel. So it looks typically like a new construction single family home in essence. But this one's built to be off the grid. So if you guys have any questions, about off the grid living, definitely give us a call. We'd like to go over it with you. It's a unique way of living, but it's super awesome when you can do it, because you kind of get away from having to worry about the power bill and the water, connection and paying for water and sewer and things like that. So there's a lot of options there. This will still have a gray water tank in case you do want to travel with it. So you will have that, because your composting toilet will hold your waste. your black water, but you will have a gray tank for washing hands and things like that. And then again, if you're using a gray tank, you know, and you're out on private property, and you're not worried, you know, you biodegradable soaps, things like that, safe to put in, then you can water your plants with it. So you can actually save that. As far as water coming into the house, people always ask, well, where do you get your water from? Some people are actually going to collect water and fill it up into the tank. Others are going to use a rain catchment system, but I highly recommend with rain catchment systems, always use a filter. So you filter it as the rainwater comes in. So we could put gutters on the side of this house. We could drop it into a rain catchment system, filtered so you don't get all the debris and trash in there, and then an inline filter in the house so that it's clean to drink, but I would still then probably filter it through another filter system, which could be underneath the sink, right at the faucet level. Home Depot sells some nice filters, or you could do a stand-alone on your countertop like a Berkey. And you know, we'll get into all that. I'll talk about a Berkey filter one day, but it takes out like 99.9% of the stuff. But this is just a quick overview of an off-the-grid model. If you guys have further questions, which I know you will, comment, you know, below the video, and we'll get back to you and answer those. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon.